Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Blind Coaster, because this is not going to be any series, and actually this is a special episode because I've worked, if you've seen, maybe you are coming from her channel, but if you're not coming from her channel, this sculpture, this animatronic I'm making right now was done for to help my friend DeLady, the amazing DeLadysigner, and I'm working with her right now on a dark ride for her DeLady Wonderland park, and the ride is a dark ride with Alice in Wonderland. So it's Alice in Wonderland, but not the Disney version. It's a version just based on the books, so no copyrights or anything like that. And what I want to do with this time lapse is showing you some of the work I've done for her park. I'm going to only do maybe this time lapse, maybe add another time lapse, but this is not going to be something that I'm going to upload each week or anything like that, because I'm doing a lot of figures, and those figures take a lot of hours to make. So I'm only going to do one or two. I'm only going to show one or two, and then you will see them at the DeLadysigner videos on her channel. And in this one I made the Dodo, from, maybe you've seen the Alice in Wonderland movie from Disney, or maybe you've read the books. And the Dodo is a character that dances in top of a rock for the other fishes to dry themselves, because Alice cries a lot and she just puts everything surrounded with water. So they need to get, these animals need to get dry, and the Dodo says that to get dry they need to dance, to make a dance surrounding, like making a circle. And yeah, so I tried to make the Dodo. As you can see, the Dodo, it's not going to be similar to the Disney version, even if it's a captain in the Disney version. I've based a little bit from that he's dressed like a captain. In the books, he's just a normal Dodo. He speaks, and he's not dressed with anything, I think. But here I just make him like a captain dressed, but it's not the same type of captain dress as of captain suit as he has in the Disney version. And here it's red, and his white color, and his face is not the same. I think he's dressed black in the Disney version. And I've made him like these shoulders. These shoulders like captains have in some of the suits. And you can see that the nice thing here is that I've made these figures just as if you followed my Super Nintendo World series. I tried to make the characters for Dark Race. I tried to make them as small as possible, and here's the same case. So what I'm trying to do with the Dodos and nearly every character on this Dark Ride is make them small to work as real size characters in a Dark Ride. And you've seen like how I work with these things is I start with the body usually, and the middle of the body, and then I start expanding to the outside of the middle of the body. So for example, here I use like the ellipse shape, and because I decide the body is this type of shape, and then I start duplicating that shape to create a thicker a thicker body. So after creating that thick shape, I start making the different shapes, like for example the tail or a little bit the neck and things like that. And I separate that part of the body. So after that, I start dressing. For example, if the character needs a dress or a suit or something, or clothes, I start adding those clothes with other smaller pieces to create the shape I want of the clothes. And I've created a smaller ellipse and start duplicating it until I create the red coat, and I started adding details like the buttons with the Christmas bubbles, because that shape is really easy to use. And then after I created the center body, I separate for example, if that figure has 2 arms and 2 legs, I separate the arms and the legs and I create them separately. So I can then pose it like whatever I want. For example, if I want him waving his hand or something, if I'm duplicating that figure, it's very useful because I can create the same figure with different poses. And then I start creating the head, and the head is probably the hardest part because you need to put details like the eyes and hiding things like the Christmas bubbles or the pipe to create the eye dots and things like that. It's sometimes really difficult, but I think here at the end, if with some creativity, you can work it out. And as you can see, I'm creating the head of the Dodo right now. Again, it's different from the Disney version. He has a blue beak here with a black detail at the end. I added the pipe, the smoking pipe from the Disney version. That's actually true. And I add him the eyes. I think with the Christmas bubbles, I add the black point of the eyes. And then I add the hat. Actually, the hat was the hardest thing to do here. It took me a bunch of time. I don't know if I recorded the versions I tried to make of the hat. Yeah, like I was trying to make the hat, the captain hat, with the semicircles, with the shape and everything like that, but it didn't work out. So I had to erase it, repeat it until I had something that I liked. And it was really hard to get the shape of a pirate hat, a captain hat, because he's not really a pirate. But pirates have a similar shape of hat. So it didn't, like, the hat doesn't look as good as I would like, but I think it does the job. And when you are taking too much time, and I think it's better to just give it that type of look when you say, oh yeah, that's a hat, and just continue with the rest of the figure. And working with DeLadysigner has been amazing. What I'm doing right now is some of the figures, she's doing other figures for the darkride, like for example, the animals that surround the Dodo dancing are done by her. She's done some dolphins and some fishes and things like that, and they go surrounding and they look really cool. She says that she doesn't really like them, how they look, but I think they look really nice. And then I'm creating other things. Some are secret for the next episodes you will see in the DeLadysigner channel. But others, I think I've made the Dodo and the rabbit. The white rabbit. I've already give her the white rabbit, and she's already posing the white rabbit in different scenes, because the white rabbit appears in different scenes in the darkride we want to make. And we want to create like a story following the book scenes. And here you see me already posing the figure. So what I do is duplicate the parts like the arms and the feet, and then just twisting it until I get the pose I want. And I don't like to make them really straight. I like to make them somewhat like dancing and things like that, because they give it, or walking or running, because it gives it a lot. Even if they don't have any animation, it gives it a lot of life, I think. And that's why I pose him like he's like falling from the rock, like nearly dancing or something like that, because I want to give this type of animation to the character, even if he doesn't have animation. And that's probably because I've been studying animation degree in fine arts, and also because there's a festivity called Fallas I've talked about sometimes in my channel, in my city. It just happened 2 weeks ago, and that's why I've been so busy and I haven't uploaded more videos. And they build sculptures in Fallas, and those sculptures have a lot of life, like the figures are like falling and things like that, and it gives it, even because they don't move, the Fallas figures, but it gives it a lot of power, a lot of life. And then on the last day we burn them, because we are crazy people here. And that's it for today. I hope you like this video. Follow the DeLadysigner because she's great. Follow me if you like this video and you still haven't followed me. give a like to the video, any opinions, and I will hope to see you soon with another video of this next video. I think is going to be Lake Towers Park, and see you soon. Goodbye.